You know, at Garden Time, we're all about gardening, and I'm in a wonderful place right now. I'm with Melody at the Portland Children's Museum, and you're the marketing director here.
That's right.
And we are standing in the middle of the Zany Maze. It's really a fun place for children, but first of all, tell me, how did this concept even come up?
Well, it's pretty zany.
It is zany.
Yeah. For a number of years, the museum had wanted an outdoor space where children and families could play, and so the Zany Maze was born. And if you'll remember, the planetarium, when this building was OMSI, used to be on this very slab.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of unique considerations. We had to be mindful of the fact that we had to build on concrete, and what better thing to make than a crazy little maze made out of stacked bricks and arborvitae, just short enough for kids to feel hidden, but short enough also so that adults could see where their kids were going.
Yeah, so there's that security of
Yes.
knowing where your kids are now. And you did use arborvitae, and I'm assuming because that's a pretty hardy plant.
It's a hardy plant. It grows nice and thick, and if you keep them cut down and you keep the undergrowth growing low, it actually is really great for our climate, and it actually creates one of those mazes like the ones that you see in Great Britain, the old hedge mazes.
Yeah.
Except a little bit less scary, I would say.
It is less scary, and it's fun. And I think, too, that, you know, in this space, there's also a great little hillside of grass with like cool telescopes on it.
The zaniness continues.
It does.
You can
it does
go
indeed.
right up a little hillside, and you can go up there, and you can see where your buddies are in the middle of the maze. You can take a look at the music tree, and we've got some palm trees up there, which is not typical to the region, but we think that they work really well.
Because it's anyway. And let me tell you, this tree here that they're talking about, I did ring it a little bit earlier, and we're not going to do that right now because it's loud, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
But it's really fun because you can move it. It's rebar, but it's still you can move it so the kids can make it ring.
Yeah, it's like a centerpiece, something that you can actually get to in the middle of the maze, and it's nice when there's an action and a reaction. So let me tell you, they're ringing it. Yeah.
Now, this is just the first step to even a greater project that you're doing. Tell us a little about that.
Well, this is phase one toward the outdoor adventure, and on the other side of the building, there will be nearly an acre developed into an outdoor open-ended play space for children and families, and it will include an area for babies, some higher risk areas like tree pods that you can climb for older kids, and at the very base, an amphitheater.
Nice. Well, you know, I think one of the great things is, as a kid, I remember coming to OMSI when it was here, and, you know, we've talked about that earlier, about how we both were here, and it's a great idea to continue that tradition of bringing young kids here.
We couldn't agree more. And keeping the museum available and accessible to everyone all the time is really, really important to us. And so actually the Zany Maze is free.
Yeah.
You can visit it anytime you want during normal museum hours, but also keeping the museum available during the summertime when a lot of people want to be outside. That is one of the biggest reasons that the outdoor adventure is being developed.
Well, and you know, as homes get smaller and yards get smaller, it's hard to have a big play space for children. So especially not only in here, but when you get the other one done. And what's the date? What is the plan for getting that?
We're looking at 2014.
Cool.
It is
That's
just
not that far
around
away.
the corner.
Well, listen, you know, there's all kinds of fun stuff to happen here, and if you've lived in the Portland area for any length of time, you certainly remember coming here as a kid. This is a whole new chapter to the Portland Children's Museum. For more information on what's going on, you can go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over there. Thank you so much, Melody.
You're
A real
very
pleasure.
welcome.